Okay, so this is a pretty familiar situation in the game. We've got the enemy tank there posting off the side of the building, side scraping. Let's just take a look at him. There he is. And if I try and poke the corner, I am in significant risk of tanks firing from the deep. So there doesn't look like there's any way I can hit this guy at all, but actually there is. Cannot see this tank at all, can't get a shot into him in any way, yet I've managed to do 218 damage with that high explosive round. And if their hit points are low enough, again, can't get a shot on this particular tank, I can still pick up the kill. So how do we do that? Let's take a look at the details. So as many of you will know, tanks come with different types of ammunition types, armor piercing, high explosive, and in some cases the British tanks have HESH, high explosive squash head ammunition. And without getting too technical, armor piercing ammunition punches a hole through the enemy armor to cause internal damage to the tank and the crew, and a high explosive round basically smacks the outside of the tank extremely hard, explodes on contact, causing debris to break off inside the tank. So it's this splash damage effect from high explosive ammunition that we are making use of. Now, if you go into the ammunition section of a tank, we've got the 183 here because it's the exemplar for this particular type of technique. And if we click on the high explosive ammunition type, it brings up this screen here which explains how high explosive ammunition works. But crucially, if you look down here, you will see that for the 183, the blast radius for its high explosive ammunition natures is 5 meters. So what that means is that when the round hits something, the splash damage will fly out for around about 5 meters, which is why I was able to shoot the Concept 1B by shooting the ground next to the target. The round has hit the ground, exploded on contact, and then thrown out debris for a 5 meter radius. And that is what we are leveraging here when we're looking at shooting tanks that we can't actually get our gun onto. Now, to show you some more examples of how that's going to work, we'll just take a trip into Faust and I'll show you some more examples. Okay, so here's another situation where this is useful. The Concept is up there on the high ground and I cannot get a shot onto this Concept. However, if I shoot this wall next to him, as you can see, the round has exploded on contact with this bunker, and because that Concept is within 5 meters of that wall, I have caused about 250 damage, which clearly is not the maximum roll you want to get from a 183, but that is enough to start doing damage and make the Concept think twice about the position that they have taken up. And again here the Concept is up in this hangar area. I cannot get a shot into the tank, but again, if I fire into the wall, the damage ricochet off the wall into that Concept is going to do some damage. There we go, not massive, but enough, and if the hit points are low enough, then you can get a kill. Now, of course, there are some caveats with this, so let's take a look at what it is we need to be looking for. Firstly, it's high explosive ammunition natures, and it is this blast radius here which is important. Other important factors are also the penetration values of the ammunition and the amount of damage that you can do with those particular rounds. If we take a look there, the 183 has a 5 meter blast radius, and the Jagdpanther E100 has 4 meters, and the Grill also has 4 meters, but again, the penetration values and the maximum damage or the alpha damage values are all different for these particular tanks. It's not just limited to tier 10 tanks. Here we've got the tier 8 Borsig, and again, if we have a look at these ammunition natures, you can see this also has a 4-meter radius as well. And nor is it limited to tank destroyers. Here we've got the Sheridan, anything with a derp gun really, because again, that has a high explosive blast radius of 5 meters. And as I say, again, the penetration values and the alpha damage is also important. And the KV2 has 4-meter radius as well. Now, of course, it's not going to work with every tank. We take the Vickers Light here. It only has a high explosive blast radius of 2 meters, so you're unlikely to achieve the same effect with that particular tank. But there you have it. If you've ever wondered why you've been killed and you can't quite work out why, or how you can take on a tank that you can't actually get a full shot on, that is one method of doing it, which can be extremely effective. I hope you found that useful. Let me know in the comments if it has been of any help to you. Try it out in a battle and see how you get on. Thanks very much for watching.